Someone in our YouTube comments yesterday was trying to help me pronounce this name correctly. I believe it is Dustin Schutte, not Dustin Shoot, as I've always said, who works for SI.com, writes on Purdue at SI's site. And we constantly cover things that Dustin reports on and writes and recruiting updates, things of that nature. For today, Dustin has a story on how Matt Painter was considering leaving Purdue back in 2011. I have not heard this story. I'm sure Purdue fans are more familiar with this than you and I are. But man, the story here was that Paint considered leaving Purdue and instead taking a job at Missouri, which I believe, I don't know, just it came open right in 2011 and Paint was a leading candidate for it. I vaguely remember that. But ultimately, Paint kind of used the opening and the interest as a negotiating tactic to get some things that have helped him build Purdue into what it is today. Blah, 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 blah. He told this story to Gary Parrish on his CBS appearance that we've been talking about this week. But there's a quote here that is just so cutthroat Paint. I didn't see it coming. This is what Matt Painter said. One of the biggest reasons he turned down Missouri and said he stayed at Purdue for. Quote, one of the things that jumped out to me, it was personal and a hair selfish, was just the fact that I could never walk back into Indiana and Assembly Hall as Purdue's coach and beat them. That feeling, I think North Carolina would feel that way about Duke. Duke would feel that way about North Carolina. Louisville would feel that way about Kentucky. Anytime you have that special rivalry that we have, I wouldn't have been part of that anymore. That'll be over with. I don't want that. Said he didn't want to leave because he wouldn't be able to go into Assembly Hall and beat them again. What are your thoughts on this?
Couldn't he just schedule him in a non-conference game?
Wouldn't be the same, right?
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be the same.
Also, if
Also,
I'm Indiana, I'm never scheduling Matt Painter again if he ever left.
yeah. Oh, you're just like, yeah, no, you let, yeah. If we can avoid you, we'd like to. Also, are we sure Indiana wants to avoid paint?
Oh, that's what we're doing? Wow.
I mean, according to my stats and research department, uh, Matt Painter is 9-8 against Indiana. That doesn't make sense. That's not enough games, right?
That is nowhere near enough games.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Gemini. How's that happen?
I mean, yeah, it's I guess you raise a good point. So I was gonna come into this and be like, I love this. This is like dark mode paint, right? We been asking for zero dark painter for like 3 years? Like get some edge to you. That's what a championship team needs is a coach with a dark side.
Mm.
So to that extent, like it's been a lot of Indiana talk for paint this week. He was talking about how he grew up a fan of Bobby Knight's Hoosiers and hated Purdue and I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of deep rooted emotions that have come to the forefront from these interviews that I didn't know about. But I don't know. You raised a good point.
Sorry,
What happened?
he's 22-13 overall. He's 9-9 in like at assembly.
What happened the last time Indiana played Purdue, Cart?
Indiana played Purdue.
Yeah,
Did Indiana win?
they went on a 28-3 run, and Indiana won by 15 this year.
Mm, mm.
Does this statement resonate as much? I wouldn't have been able to storm into assembly and beat them again when you just got packed up by Mike Woodson by 15. I didn't think about that point until you made that point.
Listen, there seems to be this negative connotation and shame associated with getting packed up by Mike Woodson, which I just don't think is fair.
Why? It's Mike
'Cause
Woodson.
even the best get packed up by Mike Woodson.
I don't think that's true.
Even the best.
I don't think that's true.
I saw it with my own eyes last year, damn it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Never forget Mike Woodson walked into Breslin Center on a night that was supposed to be Tom Izzo's and packed us up.
Crazy problems.
For sure.
Problems that the Big Ten tournament champions don't have. Crazy. But
I'm going to drive to your establishment just to rip down that stupid
I
poster.
mean, my head coach will be able to go to his grave knowing that he's undefeated lifetime against Mike Woodson. Others can't do that, clearly. But I'm just saying, Cart, I was in on this quote until you just laid out for me that it falls a little flat when he just got smoked by Indiana, right? Like Painter, what their last 3 years since the Edie glory years, they got swept one year. Like it's not like he's been dominating Indiana in the last 3 years.
Yeah, but it's about the opportunity. It's about the opportunity of having the special chance to go into assembly and beat them. Paint needs that. Paint feeds off of that.
Or is he just saying the rivalry is that special? He wanted to stay a part of it. It's not
Yeah,
necessarily like I want to go smoke them. It's
yeah.
more
I mean, look, every school has, right? I mean, is it like the Missouri Illinois thing's a thing? If you want to keep it a little Big Ten-ish, like that would have been a thing. But yeah, it's about the opportunity, the right to walk into assembly and get a dub.
well, yeah, I mean Purdue and Indiana is one of the best rivalries in college basketball. I don't think it respectfully, it's not Missouri, Illinois. I think it's a better rivalry than that, with more history than that. I also think like the reality of this is that Matt Painter has become one of the most influential figures in these two programs' history. Like if we're going through all of history of Indiana and Purdue, name names, most influential people that have come through that rivalry. Bobby Knight, Gene Katie, and then what? Do you get to Matt Painter third? Like he's kind of becoming that guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I think you got him behind guys you should be ahead of.
And that's well, in terms of
What?
influence at Purdue or Indiana. You think Matt Painter should be ahead of either Bobby Knight or Gene Katie?
Let's move on.
Okay, we're gonna move on. But I don't know. I guess I can understand
Yeah,
it
ahead
from
of
that
Katie.
aspect. Okay, we're going back. You just hate old things. You hate things that
How many
happened
Final
before
Fours
your
Katie
time.
got?
Yeah. It's hard to argue Katie's overall influence on the Purdue program. Painter's not there yet.
If there was a Boilermakers childhood book, right? Like a children's book, me and Hummel co-write it. Actually, I write it. Hummel does the forward.
I don't think anyone buys it if you write it.
Okay, I'll do the forward. Hummel writes it.
I don't think anyone buys it if your name's attached to it. Purdue fans don't want
Okay,
that.
all right. It's a Sleepers Media publishing company funds the book.
We could
Okay,
sell that. Yeah.
all right. Classic children's book. I want to teach my child how to count to 10. Okay. And, or you see the book where it's the ABCs and every single letter is associated with a Purdue thing for A, B, whatever you want to do. We're doing a numbers book here.
Yeah. K
We're
is
count
K is for Katie. L is for Matt Painter when he goes to Assembly Hall.
exactly, but we're going to do it with numbers. All right. I want my child to learn 0 to 10. Let's just keep it simple here. Zero. Can you say zero? That's the number of Final Fours Gene Katie's been to.
Why? Why are you going on that tangent in this video? Why? You don't need
Because
to. It was
I
so
can't.
easily avoidable. You just drove the car off a cliff.
I mean, once again, make podcast equipment more expensive.
There's a lot of people who would be happy if they did.
I could afford it.
Oh my God, man. God, man. If you're an Indiana fan, what's your reaction to Matt Painter's quote on this? Are you pissed? Do you care? Do you somehow twistedly like this? What do you think?
They probably like this, to be honest with you.
Because they get to be the main character again?
Yeah, it's rent free.
Yeah. It's like Matt Painter is building the number one team in the country, and he's thinking about
And
Indiana.
he's still thinking about our candy stripe pants. That's how much influence we have.
But I've said this years ago before too, when it was flipped with other teams and other sports, even. I would always rather be the team that's really good that is still prioritizing their rival. That's the team to you do not want to be the team that acts like they don't care about the rivalry as much as you do. I think it's cool, honestly. I think it's cool that Matt Painter has the number one team in the country and is still doing summer interviews. Like, yeah, you know what? Screw Indiana. Like,
I love it.
that's lovely.